everybody, and welcome to another Money Man News update. And today we are off to the East Asian nation of Thailand. Yes, Thailand has been in the news a lot lately, so I should be very careful about what I say in this video, and I will do so. So let's see what is going on. Well, politics aside, we've got two new fantastic banknotes that are due for release in the Kingdom of Thailand. So let's have a look at them right now. Here we go. So the first one you can see right here is a wonderful 100 Thai Baht banknote, and from the looks of it, I believe that this will be a commemorative banknote that would also be put into general circulation. I'm not quite sure on the details as of yet, because the details have only just come out very, very recently, and you can see that it's a very, very beautiful banknote, but it's very much stylized on the regular circulating series that you can find in Thailand now. So that's what makes me believe that this will probably be in general circulation, even though it is issued as a commemorative banknote. So you can see it's a 100 Thai Baht banknote, and the interesting thing is the color scheme, this gold color scheme, because obviously gold is associated with the Thai royal family. And despite everything that's going on, if you've seen in the news recently, you'll know that the current king of Thailand is under a fair bit of pressure. The reason behind that really is because Thailand is still a constitutional monarchy, so the monarchy does actually hold quite a lot of authority, quite a lot of power in that country, and there is quite a strong movement for democratic reform. So the current king, King Rama X, he's under quite a lot of pressure at the moment, and he's not as popular as his father. His father was hugely popular and remains so, but he unfortunately is not as popular as his father, the previous king. But you can see that nonetheless they've decided to introduce this new banknote to celebrate his reign, the reign of Rama X. So let's have a look at the reverse. Now you'll see the style is very in keeping with previous commemorative banknotes that featured the king's father. So you can see him in his full royal attire sat on his throne, and then you can see the people behind that seem to be converging around the royal palace. And I believe on the left is his personal bodyguard, who he recently married after he divorced his previous wife because of a political scandal involving her family. So then he decided to take another wife after his divorce, and it was one of his chief bodyguards. An interesting thing about the King of Thailand is that he has a special personal female bodyguard unit, which are highly trained military forces, but also they serve other purposes as well. I'm sure you can read on that yourself. But absolutely glorious banknote. Lots of imagery and iconography representing the culture of Thailand and the Thai royal family. I love this design. I think it's great, and I cannot wait to get hold of a few examples of this cracking banknote. Now, if you do collect Thai commemorative banknotes, you will know that some of them come in unusual shapes and sizes. They actually like to issue very large banknotes for the purposes of celebrating the royal family, and that is the second one that we have today, an example of one of those eccentric banknotes. Now, I do apologize for the quality of the image. It's not great, and you can't really get any kind of idea as to the scale of this banknote, but it's quite a large banknote. And you can see that what it's doing, it's celebrating sort of important moments in King Rama's life, I believe. So that's why you've got the 15 points on the reverse. But you can see on the obverse, we've got King Rama X, and he's obviously represented again in his full royal attire. And this is a 1,000 baht note. And again, it's celebrating his reign. That's all it's doing. So no doubt this will be issued in a large folder, and I imagine that they will probably print quite a lot of them. The Thai Central Bank, they do produce these quite often, and they are cheap. I mean, 1,000 baht is not a high value banknote, so obviously they're probably going to be sold above face value. I expect they will do that, but I don't expect these to be expensive. They're usually easy to pick up And even the previous commemorative banknotes that celebrate the royal family and the previous king are still quite readily available. You can pick them up online for a pretty good price. So don't expect to be breaking the bank on this one. There'll be plenty around to collect. So I'll definitely be picking up a couple of these because I think they are really nice banknotes. And over here as I live in East Asia, I have a good opportunity to actually pick them up for a pretty good price. So there we go. So hopefully in the not too distant future, I'll have some real life examples to show you, and we can go into more detail as to what is represented in the banknotes. But let me know what you think about these. Do you think they're nice? Obviously, let's avoid the politics and not get into any Rama the 10 bashing. We don't need anything like that. Let's just observe these banknotes for their aesthetic beauty, and remember that the Thai royal family is still an incredibly important institution. I don't think anybody is saying that we have to get rid of that in Thailand. I don't think anybody wants to get rid of the royal family. I think it's an important part of Thai heritage and culture and definitely needs respecting. I had some very interesting experiences over there when I was in Thailand. They literally went round when I was in Bangkok and they started removing all the bikes off the side of the road, and the police just came along and picked them up and put them on the back of a flatbed truck and drove them away. And the reason is because the Crown Princess was basically coming through on a bike ride. So that was very fascinating. They cleared all the streets. Everybody had to stand to the side of the street and stand respectfully and watch as the Crown Princess just bike ride past with a few hundred people. It was very interesting. So there is a great deal of reverence for the royal family as an institution in Thailand, and that's why I think these banknotes are really important, because they do celebrate and acknowledge that. So please, in the comments, do keep the politics to a minimum. Just let me know what you think of these absolutely incredible banknotes. I think they are amazing, and I can't wait to get hold of them real soon. So that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you guys on the next one. It's the Money Man signing out for now. Bye bye.